Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into our event here tonight. I've been planning this and working on this for a long, long time. I'm very excited to be doing this virtual art show. I'm very excited to have my good buddy Erik here with me. I'm very excited for all of it. It's been a lot of planning and a lot of painting and a lot of recording and all that stuff. Before we get started on too much, I want to introduce Perry Packeru, who runs pyrograph.com. She's a super, I talked about her in a video a few days ago, but she's like one of the coolest people. And every time I need to get something done, I call Perry and she helps make it happen.
That was the sweetest video. It was so awesome. Thanks, Billy. I love doing stuff with you all the time.
Perry's one of the people that we moved away from Albuquerque, and when we came back, she was one of the first people that we hung out with, and one of the first people that was like excited to hang out with us. So hiking and Rio Grande hangouts and all that.
You rock, and the album sounds amazing. I'm gonna check out, and but I'm here. I'm here doing tech behind the scenes. Whatever you need, you let me know.
Just keep it streaming on YouTube. Much appreciated, as always. I've done a couple other zine readings over the quarantine, and Perry always hooks it up, so it's excellent. And if you probably have heard me talk about it, but if you haven't been to pyrograph.com, go to pyrograph.com. Also, my good buddy Erik. Erik, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Erik.
Yep, there's Erik, all right. A while ago, maybe over the summer, Erik did a painting or a drawing and sent it to me and Alicia, and it was so great. We framed it and hung it up, and I was like, keep doing more paintings and somehow we will have an art show. So I'm very excited, even though quarantine means that we can't do real life art shows. I'm happy to be doing a virtual art show. We have, if people want to log into YouTube, we got the chat open. I can see Markel is here tonight. I can see Lisa's there. Alex, who just ordered a pizza. So we got a few people hanging out. Much appreciated. We're just going to talk about our artwork tonight. Maybe talk about my album a little bit. I'm going to play a song towards the end. Not going to be too long of an event. Very casual, laid back. I have my very fancy technological device here. So if anyone wants to give me a call or a text, I will say hello. Oh, look, Megan Baltimore already said hello on my phone. So it's a casual hangout tonight. I'm going to start off by talking about a few of my paintings. So there's 10 songs on the album, which took me like a year to record and have my friends help me with it and add tracks and whatnot. And I wanted to do some artwork to go with it, make it a visual experience as well as music. So I painted the cover, and then I painted like one painting for each song, which I love painting, but I don't usually do that much painting. So I cranked out, 10 or 11 paintings in like 6 weeks. So it was a lot for me. But I'm going to talk about a few of them. So I'm going to start by showing the cover. So this is what I painted for the album cover, and I had over the course of the year, I had a lot of different album titles that I came up with, and now that we've been like locked down for like a year, I started thinking like this is what I miss, like just everyday normal interactions, like just like talking to someone on the street, shaking hands. All right, man, take it easy, like the handshakes, the fist bumps, the hugs, the high fives. Like I miss all of that. So I decided that's what I was going to title my album. So it's hopeful and sad, and I wish, things were normal, but obviously things could be worse. Like having all this free time gave me a chance to do an album, so I love it. I'm going to do a new thing that I just learned how to do. I'm going to share a screen. So all of my paintings, my 11 paintings and all of Erik's are up for auction on eBay, and someone asked me like, well, why don't you just put it on Etsy like you normally sell your stuff? And the reason is because I like auctions, and I like going to an art show when there's like a silent auction, and someone puts down $10 and then they come back later, some other jerk outbid me, they put $20, and I don't know, auctions are fun, art auctions specifically. So I'm going to share a screen here, and actually I'll put the let me copy the exact direct link and put it into the YouTube chat here so you guys can go to the exact page. But let me just show you kind of what it looks like. So I'm going to share my screen. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. I'm new to this. So here is the eBay auction. And you can see I have the titles for the, the painting's title, and then followed by the name of the person that did it. So it's got some of my stuff, and it's got some of Erik's stuff. And this just went up today, but it's going to be up for a week. So, even people that aren't able to make it to this event here tonight, you can go on for the next week and you can, put in your bids. And there's little descriptions and some pictures. Some of the paintings are big and small. I paint mostly acrylic, and Erik, I guess, paints mostly with oil, which I don't know how to do that. But if you're interested, even if you're flat broke and you can't buy nothing and you think it's dumb and you don't want to buy off eBay or whatever, just go and look at least, check it out, because there might be something you love. You never know. Okay. I'm going to talk about a couple more paintings. This painting is for the song If You Relate, and it's a couple dudes sitting at the bar, chilling out. Something also that I miss doing. This took me a little while to paint, but I like it. Oh no, this is not for If You Relate. This is for Around Here. This is for the first song. Sorry, I don't even know my own paintings. This is for Around Here, which is a song that's sort of about, well, that's just the way we do things around here. And I don't know, it's kind of a cynical song, but I like it. And at the end of the song, the end of the song is like, hey, man, let's just go get a drink and stop thinking so much, because that's what you got to do sometimes. Here's a little painting called Parking Lot. So this little painting, whenever Alicia and I lived in Baltimore, there was a window that we would look out. Erik's making faces at me. There was a window that we would look out, and there was a parking lot out there, and we used to make fun of the parking lot, but then we started to fall in love with the parking lot, and I kind of miss that parking lot now. So any thoughts, Erik? How you doing over there?
I'm doing good, Billy.
Okay. I'm gonna prepare yourself. I'm going to talk about one more painting, then we'll let you talk about your stuff for a little while.
Okay. That'll be fun. It's going to go really well.
I know. I think people are loving this event already. I'm having fun. I hope other people are too. This painting is for a song called Veterinary Nurse. And it's a little painting of a vet tech with a little puppy dog. There's a singer called Junior Brown. Does anybody listen to Junior Brown? Junior Brown's like one of the best guitar players, and one of my favorite guitar players. And he has a song called Highway Patrol, and he's just singing about what it's like to be a highway patrolman and keeping people from speeding. And I love that song. And Alicia was kind of having a bad day, or for some reason she didn't really want to go to work. So I rewrote all the lyrics to be about working as a vet tech, just sort of to cheer her up. And so then I would play it kind of as a joke for her, just hey, working as a registered veterinary nurse, it's a tough life, but someone's got to do it. And so the music is exactly just Highway Patrol by Junior Brown, but then I changed all the words. But I really like this song, and it's really fun. And during this whole lockdown, I've been really lucky, I guess, to have so much time off to work on music and work on art, and I've done a lot of that. But Alicia's been, my partner Alicia, she's been working the whole time, and there's a lot of people, Erik is still working, a lot of people are still working, and it's I don't know, I wish I was back at work, but since I'm not, I do what I can. But in the relationship now, I just play house husband and try to be supportive of her, because she's the one that actually has to go out into the world and try not to get COVID every day. So it's a weird life that we're all living right now. So but anyway, vet tech or veterinary nurse is just what I think about vet techs saving the world, saving dogs, saving cats every day. So that's enough for me for a little while. Erik, why don't you talk about some of your paintings?
All right. What painting should I talk about?
I don't know, man. What do you want to talk about? What do you got laying there?
I mean, I got everything laying here.
Talk about some of the ones behind you.
Okay, what's behind me? Let's see. Okay, we'll talk about this one. We'll take it off the wall first. I don't title my paintings that often because I don't know why bother. So this is what Untitled number is this?
So all of your drawings and paintings were Untitled 1, Untitled 2. There's like 15 Untitles.
Right. So which number is this?
Yeah. You want me to go on eBay and look?
Yeah, man. We got to pitch the.
This is Untitled 2. Untitled 2.
Untitled 2.
Subtitle, It's on You.
Yeah, because it says, if it's on you, then let's do lunch. And there's a picture of a dude. Well, it's actually Jamie Foy, professional skateboarder, Jamie Foy. And then the quote down here is, if Trump was the CEO, Jarrett was effectively the chief operating officer. And so, like, I like to believe that, like, Jamie Foy was going to save us from Donald Trump. He didn't. We still had to endure, because I made this like 2 years ago, but this is a collage. I might have drawn that heart. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't know, but it's fun. You could auction this off. I mean, we could auction it off. You could buy it in the auction, hang it on your wall. It comes with the frame too. Like, I'm gonna leave it in the frame. So I don't think I said that on eBay, but all right. So that's that one. What other painting should I talk about, Billy?
And what's with the skull and the candles there?
Oh, okay. This is former CEO.
Thanks for the insight, Eric. Is that marker? Is that marker? What is that?
Yeah, it's Sharpie. I only use Sharpies on markers, which aren't very good, like, because you can't really shade or anything. So you have to buy, like, a bunch of different colors, and then, like, some colors run out faster than the others, and you can't actually really shade, but, like, this was an attempt at, like, shading.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Like the shade, I mean, it looks like wood grain. Is it sitting like on a table?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like a mantle or something. I don't know, or something like that. Yeah. So, like, yeah, that, like, the good thing about Sharpie is, like, they don't lay solid. So, like, you get, like, kind of cool patterns and everything that, like, you can't really. Well, I mean, I can't. I don't know. Maybe other people are better, like, artists than I am. But yeah. So, former CEO. Right there.
Love it.
Very good.
The first drawing that you gave me and Alicia, I think was done with marker. And then so I was expecting you to do a bunch of drawings in marker, and then when you showed, like, sent me all the pictures of all the stuff that you've been working on that we were gonna upload for eBay and stuff. Like, right. You did a lot of, like, most of your stuff is oil, which I've like painted with oil paints like once. I just do my painting. I just go and get like the cheapest paint. I usually go to like Home Depot and buy like the Oops paint, like 5 gallons for $5, and then that's whatever color. If it's blue, then everything I paint is blue for a year. Like, that's how I do. So I don't know, what's it like? Isn't painting with oil like really slow?
Well, so actually, like, I use acrylic for like a lot of the bases, like, so we'll talk about this one. Like, so like all the base paintings on this, like this, and the pink, and even the white, like, that's all acrylic, like, as kind of the flat base. And then I use like oil-based markers for like outlines, or sometimes filler. Actually, I think maybe even actually these leaves are actually oil-based. But the middle is like acrylic. Because I'm not good with paintbrushes, so like Sharpie, man, like, Sharpie should give me money. How many people are watching? Sharpie, I could have sold like 25 Sharpie pens today. Man, like, Sharpie makes oil paints, markers, and so, like, I can draw a little bit better, and it, like, kind of looks somewhat nicer, even though it's like a weird dude. He has armpit hair. That was a new one. So, and a belly button.
I love the armpit hair.
Belly button. Yep, armpit hair and belly button. So, yeah.
I tried to ask you to like write out descriptions for all the for eBay, and you're just like, well, I just sit in front of the TV and I get sad, and so then I draw some stuff and paint some stuff.
Yep.
And I paint aliens and robots.
Yep. Yeah. That's it. That's what I do.
The fun thing about aliens and robots and monsters is they can look like whatever. Because I have like when I have to like try to paint a person, like like it looks all right. You know that that's a person, but it's not the greatest. But if you're drawing like a monster, it can look like whatever.
Yeah. Well, see, I can't draw people, and like another big secret. Let's see if I I'll pull up this one. So like another big thing like people will notice is that like they all have just like one eye. It's because I can't draw two eyes like evenly. I don't have good hand-eye coordination. You played in a band with me. You know how terrible I am at like things that require coordination. How many times did I nearly die on tour? Well, a lot.
Yeah. In all fairness, both of us almost died a lot of times on tour. all four of us almost died on tour. That's part of the fun of tour, right?
Yeah. So yeah, they only have one eye. But like it's also like the other thing I'll show everybody, like I'm basically just trying to rip off Ed Templeton. And like he draws monsters with one eye. And so like basically everything I do is just like ripping him off, and that's basically where it all comes from. So we should take questions from the audience.
Oh yeah, does anybody have any questions? Feel free to.
It's mostly just been me making fun of you.
Yeah, you orange drink. My buddy Drew says you're throwing shade. Shade. I don't know if Drew was talking about the markers or your massive insults that you're throwing my way. I just want to remind everybody that Eric wouldn't be having an art show without me, and I fucking spent so much time on eBay uploading all this dumb shit, and it wouldn't save, and I had to redo it like 10 times. So you're welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be a lot of places, honestly and truly, without Billy.
We have a long and enduring friendship.
Like I wouldn't have played drums in a punk band. Like 2 months into learning how to play drums.
Like that's good enough. It's just punk. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
But I wouldn't have done it. Like if you hadn't asked me, I wouldn't have done this art show. Like if you hadn't asked me, there's a lot of things I wouldn't have done. Like, if you hadn't asked me to do it. So, yeah.
So there you go.
We need questions from the audience.
I'll talk about some more of my paintings. How about that?
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
My friend Meg in Baltimore says she didn't know eBay was still a thing anymore. eBay's totally a thing. eBay's probably as big as ever. I guess there's probably a lot of other sites, like Facebook Marketplace and things where people sell stuff online. But eBay's, I hadn't used eBay. I buy stuff sometimes. But I hadn't sold anything on eBay for years, and part of my frustration was me forgetting and not knowing how to use eBay. But man, they got some issues. So on the back side of their website, let me tell you. Anyway, let me talk about.
We got a couple questions here. Actually.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. So, and I'm sorry if I put your name because I'm reading this off my phone. Markel West asked, "What is your favorite song on the CD?" And and then Mary Beth Brennan asks me, "Has Billy ever made you feel scared?" So, what's your favorite song on your album, Billy?
Oh, I don't know. Wow, that's a
what's your favorite song?
It's weird, you know, it's like stupid, but it's like, you know, when you have kids, you can't pick a favorite. Like, cause literally every single song, I write most of my songs about like real life experiences. So one of the first songs I put up was Cold in Crookston, and that was about a really weird, scary, stressful time driving through northern Minnesota in the middle of a blizzard. And I really didn't think I might die. So I love that song, even though it reminds me of a weird time. The Strange Wind song, that's right up there just because of Perry, who's hosting our thing here tonight. She did like the melodica part, and it just turned out so different. I don't know. They're all my favorites. If I Relate
Hey,
at the very
friends.
end is really good though too. So I don't know. They're
I'm piping in because somebody's sound is on, and I don't think it's me.
If I Relate
Hey,
at the very
friends.
end is really good though too. So okay. Eric, is your sound on the YouTube?
If you have a YouTube window open, I don't think it's me.
Okay.
No, because I just got it on my phone, but my phone's on
If you have a
mute.
YouTube window open, I don't think it's me.
Oh man, it's YouTube ghosts.
No, because
Let me double check.
my phone's on
If you have a
mute.
YouTube window open,
Oh man, it's YouTube ghosts.
let me double check.
Oh man, it's YouTube ghosts. Now I don't want to talk. I specifically put my headphones on so I wouldn't have to worry about echoes.
Yeah, I
Now I don't want to
Dang.
talk.
I can go do that.
specifically
Hold
put my
on.
headphones on so I wouldn't have to worry about echoes.
yeah, I dang.
I can go do that. Hold on.
Okay. I don't know. I definitely have mine is turned off. I have my YouTube window open, but it's muted for sure. I don't know. I definitely have mine is turned off. I have my YouTube window open, but it's muted for sure. I don't know.
I feel like we're going into some experimental avant-garde, like looping machine music now.
All right, I got my headphones.
I think it's
Even
over.
when you were muted, it was echoing though.
I don't know what happened, but I think it's over. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Let us know if it starts echoing again.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. All right, so our other question, I mean, I think it's for me, is from Mary Beth Brennan. Has Billy ever made you feel scared? No, I don't think so. But there was one time in Taos where I thought Billy was going to die and I was going to die because, like, that house was definitely not wired very well. And, like, he was standing on my drums, which pissed me off a lot. And there's lots of liquids flying around, and Billy put his hand on like a chandelier. Was it a chandelier? I don't even know exactly.
Yeah, it was a giant metal chandelier.
Yeah, and you got like momentary electrocuted,
Yeah.
and there was like a flicker, and like the sound went like out for like a split second, and I was like, oh cool, we're all gonna die. And I was also mad, and I think I punched you. I'm pretty sure I punched you.
Yeah. That of all of our punk rock shows, that was one of my favorites. And then you later said that was the worst we had ever played.
Oh yeah, it was our best. It was like probably one of our best shows, but like it was definitely the worst that we had ever played, like as a band. Which is saying a lot because we played a lot of bad shows, like musically speaking.
Yeah. I definitely had a few drinks that night, and some other people had a few drinks as well. But yeah, I didn't mean to grab the chandelier because it specifically told me not to break the chandelier. But I was standing on your drums without your permission, and I was singing in the mic. And people were moshing, and I was about to fall off. I almost fell into you. At least I didn't fall into you. So I grabbed the chandelier, and somehow between the chandelier and the microphone, definitely the electricity was running through me, and I couldn't let go. I couldn't let go of the chandelier, but I managed to let go of the mic, and then I collapsed, and no one really noticed. And then later we were like looking at photos because people took a bunch of photos, and in the beginning of the night, the chandelier was like it had like 5 light bulbs, and at the end, like 3 of them were burned out. And I had like marks on my hand. So it was a pretty serious shock. But you know, got up and finished the show, and I think after the show we were tearing down drums, and I think that's when you punched me and told me never to stand on your drums. Good times.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So no fear, but definitely frustration. But you know, I'm not an easy person to be friends with, so it's not really fault. We had pictures of that show. I never saw that. I mean, I barely remember. I just remember like that tour, like going just progressively downhill, and it didn't start well. Like, and it just got even worse, like by the end of it. So, which is good. That's how it should be. Like, well, people like that.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a Rudest Priest retrospective, but it was bound to happen. Let's talk about more paintings. But thank you for the question, Mary Beth. I love you. Mary Beth just came out with a new solo album. So just to talk about more of my friends that I love, Mary Beth lives in Chicago, and we went to film school together, and she made some of the most amazing films, and she's been in a whole bunch of bands, and just came out with a weird synthy solo album. So if anyone is interested in weird synth music, I'll share that link later on. I'm going to talk about some more of my paintings. I'm going to talk about this one. So this one is called Out for a Walk, and it's about me and my dog Kai. There's probably a couple people on here that met my dog. No one in Baltimore, because she passed away before we moved to Baltimore. But Kai was like my best friend. I have her name tattooed on my shoulder here. She passed away in 2017. But while she was still alive, I used to take her on walks at nighttime here in Albuquerque. And one night we were walking, and there was this giant freaking fireball like across the whole sky, to the point where me and her both stopped in the middle of the street and just like watched this fireball go across the sky. And it was really beautiful, but really weird. And it was weird to the point of like, I was watching the news and looking on the internet, because I'm like, did some plane crash? Did some satellite crash? Like, what was that? And New Mexico has lots of weird things that fly around, because we have an Air Force base here, and it's New Mexico, so they're always doing experimental shit that, you know, we don't know what it is. So, you know, after a couple weeks and I didn't hear anything, I'm like, I guess it wasn't a UFO. It wasn't like Roswell Part 2. We would have heard of that. So I guess it was just a giant meteor. But anyway, I wrote a song about it, and that's the song I'm going to play later tonight in a little while. But this is the painting I did of me and my dog staring at this giant fire in the sky. Next painting. So this is the painting for the song I was talking about earlier. So Crookston, Minnesota, this is tiny town. It's a college town in like northern Minnesota, maybe, I'm completely guessing, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people, something like that. This is a painting of their Welcome to Crookston sign. I showed this to a couple people, and I showed the article, but when I came out with this album, I emailed a bunch of different people in Crookston, like the newspapers and the city council, etc. And I said, hey, I wrote a song about your town. Here it is. And one of the guys from the newspaper, this is the Crookston Times, wrote a story about me and put it on the front cover of the Crookston Times, which I love. And this was like a couple weeks ago. So yeah, right when the whole Midwest is just getting blasted with cold air. And for like I'm not even exaggerating. We can go on weather.com right now and check too. But I would go on weather.com, like, I wonder what's like in Crookston. And for like a week straight, the temperature didn't get above 0. It was like, today's expected high, -11. And like, that's what it was like the one time that I went to Crookston. So that's why I wrote a song about going to Crookston. So there's the painting for that. That's one of those experiences. Sometimes you have an experience, you know, like getting electrocuted on top of a drum set, you know, like you wish it hadn't happened, but it's kind of it's one of those life experiences that you'll always remember, right? So, moving along, here's another painting. So, certain people that follow street art, specifically if you live in Chicago, you might recognize this. So I painted this, but this is a painting based on a photograph, and the photograph was of Chicago street art. So the original artist who paints these weird little characters around Chicago goes by the name Nice One. And if you, especially in the mid 2000s, if you were aware of the graffiti scene and the street art scene, you would see these weird little characters. They're like fat little dumpy round balls with these little like tiny squiggly hands, and I love them. And this is a one of the characters with like a roller for like a wheat paste, so it's like a wheat paste of someone that goes out wheat pasting. And so I really liked it. So this is for the song that I wrote called Just the Kind of Person. Because I love people that do street art. I love people that do art, performance art, whatever kind of art. And I don't know, I think most people are weird in their own ways. And some people, I don't know, people either get it or they don't get it. Some people are really, I think, normal, I guess. And I don't know what it's like to live like a normal life. To me, that's weird. Because everyone I know has a project. Like everyone I know is working on an album, or they have like, they're going out doing a painting, they're working on a mural on the side of a building, they have like this or this or this lined up. And like, to me, like that's the kind of person I want to hang out with. And that's the kind of people that are in our chat with us here tonight. And that's what I love. So in honor of Chicago street art, I did a painting of Chicago street art. So there you go, for sale up on eBay. Eric, you want to talk about a couple more years?
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think about what ones I want to talk about. Okay, I'll talk about one that's like actually not for sale. So there's 3 that are on eBay. I mean, I guess technically they are. Like, I guess you have to something. I don't know. One's like $10,000, which, I mean, I'm down. I'll definitely sell Billy's painting for $10,000. Like, I can paint him another one. Not even
yeah. You sent me a couple images, and you're like, yeah, this one's not for sale. This one, but yeah, I still want people to see them, so I wanted to put them on eBay. But you have to put some price. Yeah, if anyone wants to buy it for $10,000.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely sell it. Like, we'll split the money. It's fine, dude. Like, I'll pay you another painting. $10,000. I'll shoot. Yeah, whatever. So, this is another sad painting. Surprise. My cat passed away in December, and I painted this on the day that he passed away, because I was sad that day. And so I'm keeping this one because it's how I remember him. But it's also fun. I don't know, like, it gives me a little bit of comfort. Like, I'm not a very spiritual person and stuff like that, but like, honestly, if there's not a pet heaven, like, I'm gonna fight God, like, big time, because that's not cool. Like, if humans don't have an afterlife, all right, whatever. But pets, man, animals deserve an afterlife. So I get, like, I try to, like, see this and be like, yeah, all right, he's all right. He's in a good place. So that's that. So I'm keeping that one. What other paintings should I talk about, Billy? What else do I have? I mean, I have things around.
Whatever's nice and close.
I mean, I don't know, man. Let's see, what's in here? I don't want to talk about that one. Oh, I know what one. Like, I like this one. So I guess, yeah, we'll talk about, like, there's actually a drawing, and I think this is, like, probably actually one of my favorite drawings that I did. With it's a dude in a bunny. I don't want to talk about that one. the dude like I don't know, a bunny or a bear costume. I don't know what kind of costume, whatever. Well, actually, I guess it's a vampire. He's got vampire teeth, or maybe it's just a confused child, like wearing like actually maybe it's Billy, because I feel like this is something you would do. Like, what do I have in my like costume chest, and put it on and then go out. So, but the nose is kind of too big. Your nose isn't that big. But I don't know, man. I just like this image kind of a lot. The color came out really well. There's like two like shades of like yellow in the back, and I don't know, it just kind of pops. Kind of nice. It takes forever to do that with a Sharpie too. Like, which is actually like you talked about um, like that I did more paintings, and part of the reason why is because like it doesn't take as long to paint things. Like where a Sharpie like that like just doing that yellow probably took like 3 hours, and like by the time I got done with it I was probably really mad. And uh yeah, and paint's easier to do. It dries faster, it goes on quicker, you can do other stuff with it, like blend it. I'm not good at that stuff. So yeah.
So I have a couple of thoughts. It's funny that you mentioned me when you mentioned that drawing, because that's probably my favorite one. Like one of my favorite ones that you're selling. Like immediately I was like, oh, person in an animal costume. I love it. And it's weird because it's I don't know, the character doesn't like look happy, and then they're like, why all the fuss? And I don't know if the person's making the fuss or the world is making the fuss or someone's making a fuss about them. Are they making a fuss about them being a vampire? And then there's also a light bulb. It's great.
The light bulb was me trying to be like, how do I make drawings more compositionally interesting? And then I don't care about that. I don't care about art stuff.
I think it's funny that you and me are having an art show, because I think we both think of ourselves as artists in that broad sense of like, everyone's an artist. I do artistic things. Like you have all these tattoos and you've been in tons of bands, and like I've also been in tons of bands and stuff, but like neither of us went to school like to learn how to paint or draw. It's just something that we both do because it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely dropped out of art. Like when I went to college originally, I was going to be like an art major, and then they were like, do all these like fundamental things. I was like, that's boring. I don't need to like learn how to do fundamental things for like enjoy the art. And I mean, like, I don't know, whatever. Like, I'm not against that, like by any means. I mean, I think that I like honestly and truly, like I think my favorite, like some of my favorite work is like stuff that's designed and well crafted and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Like I just make things because I can, and because we should. And like,
well, and I know, especially like during lockdown, you know, we were all dealing with weird anxiety and depression and like overload checking the news and stuff. For me, like getting through all of the last year, like it's making zines and making art. So I think art's always therapeutic, but I don't know. I think I have a lot of art friends that have kind of like shut down and gotten really depressed during this time, which, you know, we all deal in our own ways. But for me, my way of combating that is like just always be coming up with a new project and just grab a piece of paper and do a sketch or put out a zine or whatever. So
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, when you did ask me about that, like, it is actually hard for me to talk about art and like the art that I do, because like it is like, and it always has just been a form of therapy. You know, playing music is cathartic. You know, like, and I mean that's why, like, you know, yeah, punk is so beautiful, because it doesn't have to be good to be, you know, to be amazing and great. Like, and not just for like the people doing it, but like the people witnessing it. You know, it's just like it's a release from, yeah, the chaos of the world and all the bull crap that we deal with. And like, so that's like the thing, like painting, like it just makes me feel better. And that's why I do it. It's the only really important part about it. I mean, like, it's fun to have an art show, but it's mostly fun to have an art show just because I get to hang out with you and make fun of your hair on the internet, like the art is just a vehicle for that. I mean, yeah, cool. Hopefully some people enjoy it, and I'd love to get some of it out of my house because I'm just going to keep making it, but that's the other thing is just like, that's all that's important is like, to just keep making it and just keep doing stuff. None of the other parts matter that much. Unless you want to make a living out of it or something. I don't know. Art's dumb. You know how I feel about art.
Why are we talking? Just do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
The drawing or painting or whatever that you flashed past the screen and did not want to talk about, I want you to know that someone bid on that on eBay. So a couple people have already put in some bids on eBay.
Oh boy.
If other people, the great thing about an auction, if anyone else wants that, you can go out and bid them. But yeah, that one has a bid on eBay. So
this one's yeah, like this is actually like really quickly, like this is one of the first things that I drew, like when you were like, you should have an art show, and we were in quarantine, and like I was just really feeling like, yeah, like all of our hearts are like garbage, like broken and stuff. So yeah, it's cool. Also on the back, for whoever wins it, like there's the crappy version that I didn't pull off. Like the heart's a lot better, but I screwed up the hands. And then like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So it's like, what side do you want to hang up? Whatever you want, dude. Doesn't even matter.
That's like, now that we have really fancy technology, they go back to all those old like Van Gogh paintings and stuff, and like when we look at it with the spectral analysis, we can see that there were 2 or 3 versions below this one, and he painted on top. Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah. I think one day I'm gonna do that, man. I'm just gonna paint over every all my stuff. Like if somebody can find it.
I have a couple questions from YouTube.
Okay.
Zaguli wants to know if you and I are gonna collaborate on a painting.
Sure.
The answer is sure.
Whatever the people want, man.
I think we should, let's do one after this. Let's get together and do a painting.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
And then Stephanie Galloway says, how about the Tooth series?
Oh, okay, hold on. I'll go get one of those. That's the other need. Because that's actually not for the show, though. But I'll talk about that, because I like teeth. So.
While Erik is going to get that, a couple people had a really good idea. Markel said something about taking the article for the Crookston painting and putting it like on the back of this. So they sent me 2 copies of this newspaper. So I just now decided that whoever buys this painting, I'll send you my extra copy of this, and then I'll have 1 copy for me, and this will get shipped out, so you can read the Crookston Times. And not only will you get to read about me, you'll get to find out the local news of northern Minnesota. So there you go.
Made it, Billy. Front page of the Crookston Times.
What else? I was trying to think like I should get into like the Albuquerque newspaper, and like I guess we still have an Albuquerque newspaper, right? But all of the Alibi is gone. All the free local readers, there was a paper called the Paper. I don't think they're around anymore. So yeah.
That's right.
All right, talk about your Tooth series.
Okay, so I'm only showing 2 because there might be kids, so I don't want to show the 3rd one. It's not kid friendly. But I like teeth. I don't know why. Probably because I'm missing a bunch of teeth and I've had teeth things. So I'm doing a series of teeth. I'm doing 4. I've painted 3 already. And this is a vampire tooth. And you can see he's got a lot of plaque built up right up there. And that was fun to do, actually. But I just thought, like I like to imagine, like, what, like, if you pulled out a vampire's tooth, like, what it would look like. And, like, if, you know, so, like, I have, like, because I feel like, too, like, it has to be, like, really heavily anchored in there. But it also has to kind of be, like, a joint, you know, because, like, they're biting people on the necks and stuff. So I feel like they have to have, like, a little bit more, like, mobility with that. What is pink? Pink's nice. Everybody likes pink. So, and then this one, I like this one too. This is a skateboard tooth, and it's broken. I never broke a tooth skateboarding, but I've broken lots of other things, and it hurts. And so I wanted to, like, this is for all the skateboarders out there that have broken things and know what that's like and can't get, like, dental work to fill it in. So I have another one, but like I said, it's not kid friendly, so I can't talk about it. And then I'm gonna do zombie beaver too, because I got attacked by a beaver once.
Also on tour. Man, that was a good tour.
No, it wasn't. That was like that was so awful.
Attacked by a beaver. Can I tell you? I grew up at a lake in southern Iowa. I lived in the Midwest. I've been in Missouri. I've seen so many beavers. I've never been attacked by a beaver. You got attacked by, like, the first one you encountered.
First beaver I ever saw. Yeah.
It was great. And we're like, what's Erik doing? Just messing around, I guess. Screaming and splashing. That was the best. Where was that? Oklahoma? In Oklahoma? All right, we got to get back on track. I got a couple more paintings I want to talk about, and then you can talk about a couple more, and then we'll get out of here. Because I only have about 4 more.
I'm going to talk about 2 more.
Okay, cool.
3 more.
So I have a song on the album called I Used to Have a Brother. People that have read my books or zines know that I have a complicated relationship with my brother because I love him, like, so much. But I you know, he's the person I've known the longest, right? So I have all these memories, and we have history, and, like, there's, you know, good and bad feelings back and forth. And I draw a lot of and paint a lot of literal things, but for that song, I couldn't do anything literal. So I did an abstract painting, which was really fun and interesting and therapeutic. I totally get why people do abstract paintings. The only thing I really knew when I started doing this was that I wanted it to be 3-dimensional. So you can't see, I don't think, but, like, it's very texturized. It's a lot of texture. You can feel the drops of paint, little pokey parts of the paint. Yeah. So I don't know. This is one that definitely looks better in real life than it does on the screen. But I don't know. I love my brother. I miss him. I wish, you know, as soon as COVID gets a little bit safer, I'm definitely gonna go back and visit him because I miss him. Here's a painting. This one is the painting I did for Strange Winds. Strange Winds is a song I came up with while riding my tall bike. People that have seen my tall bike know that this is exactly what it looks like. It is a specially made bike that's taller than a regular bike. I think this is the painting I made the most expensive, not because it was, like, the hardest to paint, but as soon as I got done, I'm like, that's my bike. I love this. So this is probably my favorite painting of all the ones that I did. And it's on a canvas, not a canvas board. I like canvas board. I think canvas boards are awesome because they're flat and durable. Anyway, that's my tall bike. And then the canvas board. Canvas boards. Yeah, that's a good point. Canvas boards suck to hang. You have to, like, do thumbtacks underneath and then set it on top. And that part kind of sucks. You're right. Mm-hmm. I usually just set them, like, on a table leaning against the wall. That's my method.
Right.
Little painting for Here We Are. That's the song that's, like, the sweetest sounding on the album. And it's just, you know, 2 people hanging out, being in love and surviving the difficulties of life. And then my final painting, what's that?
sounds like a Journey lyric.
Yeah, probably. It's definitely the most. It's definitely pretty emo. I know. Yes. I'm suddenly embarrassed being compared to Journey.
Journey's amazing, dude.
Yeah, they are and they aren't. I don't know.
Steve Perry's got range, dude.
Well, for sure. Like, yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. No. My last painting for the day. This one here. So this is the song for If I Relate. So I used to have a pair of shoes like this. I no longer do. People who know what happened to them, they know what happened to them. But those shoes went on to be part of a greater art experiment. This is a painting I did of my shoe. So there you go.
I did on that painting.
Thank you. I really, I realized that I like objects because these two paintings, just like a plain back, kind of like your paintings, like plain background and it's a tooth, plain background and it's a shoe. It's actually really rewarding for me. I really enjoy it. I am going to go pick up my guitar. You can talk about a couple other paintings, and then I'm gonna play a song, and then we'll call it a night. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right.
This one has stitching. I stitched it. That's thread. So that's that one. I gotta draw more monsters like this guy. This guy, I think, he's actually one of my favorite monsters to draw that I made. Like, he's got 3 eyes. So, like, I can, like, if I got more than 2 eyes, well, I mean, he's only got 2, but, like, he's missing that one. But I can draw, like, 3 eyes, and it looks good. I can't draw 2 eyes. So yeah, that one's cool. This one took a long time, too, as you can see. And then the last one I'm going to talk about, which is also not for sale, but this is my painting for Billy. Super long. And like when I was doing this art show, like I said earlier, like I'm not doing stuff unless like Billy's like do stuff. Oh god damn it, hold on. Cat! Oh, you're the worst. This is Razzle Dazzle. Can we just chill out? All right. So, like, I'm not doing stuff unless Billy tells me to. And so, like, Billy told me to do an art show. And so I painted this for Billy. And, like, you could read the poem on this thing. I'm not going to read it out loud. But it's a poem I wrote for Billy and all our time together on the road and stuff. So, and that guy's cool. He's sticking his tongue out. He's like, what's up, dude? So, those are my paintings. I am legit actually going to donate 10% of proceeds to Albuquerque Mutual Aid. So, like, just bid on them so we can give money to Albuquerque Mutual Aid. Maybe I'll donate more, whatever. I don't know. At least 10%. Maybe 50. Who cares? Whatever. Cool. Thanks, people. I'm going to let Billy play a song now and make fun of his hair on his bat.
Thank you, Eric. And thank you for being part of the art show. And thank you, Perry, for putting this all together. And I kind of just had my headphones on and off. But yeah, I guess if Eric's donating money, I will too. That sounds like a good idea. So whatever thing he said, whatever thing they said they are going to donate to, I will also donate some money. Sure, why not? We all got to help each other out. You know, I was telling somebody, you know, and especially when we have all these like weird financial times going on, you know, like you're either a billionaire or you're not a billionaire. So if you're not a billionaire, we all got to stick together, right? Okay, I'm going to play one song and then we'll call it a night. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. Thank you so much to everybody that checked out my album. Thank you to Razzle Dazzle that just turned off the computer. I have had so much awesome support and people texting me all day and emailing me, and it means a lot, you know, because I get I have no fear and no shyness when I'm in a punk band, but me and a guitar, it's a little nerve-wracking for me. So I appreciate all the encouragement. Okay, I'm gonna take out my headphones and play a song. Well, I took my dog out for a walk, and we walked all around the block. We do this each night, and it works out alright. Ain't never no need to talk. But last night a strange thing occurred, and it's tough to describe with just words. But out in the night I saw a bright light, and sure as hell wasn't no bird. It shot down like a falling star, but it sure seemed to go pretty far. So heck, I don't know about UFOs, unidentified means. We don't know what they are. I thought about the universe and how sometimes I feel like I'm cursed, but an alien race from outer space abducting us all would be worse. Almost 2 weeks have gone by, and everything seems to be fine. No aliens here and nothing to fear. Still walk my dog every night. Thank you. All right, that's it, guys. That's it, everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate, once again, go to eBay, check out all of our paintings, put in a bid if you want. Go to my Bandcamp, listen to the album. It's also for sale on Etsy if you want like a physical copy. I made a little zine and put the CD in there that talks about all the different songs. Thank you to Perry and Pyrograph. And that's it. How about you, Eric? Anything to say? Parting words?
Thanks, Billy, for making me do things.
I'm going to make you do more things. Just wait.
I know. I mean, somebody's got to.
Somebody's
I
got
don't
to.
do it on my own anymore. Damn.
That's right.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to continue the chat, hit me up on my whole flip phone. Talk to y'all later. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.